Oh yeah, my amigos. Welcome back to the channel, kids. Let me back you off a little bit. You might be a little bit close for me to get all of the glory. Yeah? There we go. How's that? That might be too far, right? There we go, my friends. So I switched putters a couple of days ago. I bought two of the same putter. They're very similar. I think they might be the same make. One is a little bit shorter, this one's a little bit shorter, so it fits me a little bit better. The other one was probably about an inch too long. This one fits me almost perfect. The problem is that when you switch gear, you're going to struggle because you're not used to it, right? It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to it, and so it takes 21 days to establish a new habit. 21 days of consistently trying something out, practicing with it. 3 weeks to get used to something new. And that doesn't mean that you're used to it at the end of the 21 days. It just means that you're past the uncomfort zone. So, it's something that you've got to keep in mind. Now, whenever you're trying out a new swing or trying new swing habits or whatever, I would say typically it's about 300 to 450 range balls if you're going to try out a new club. And I highly encourage you to go really short, 30 yards, 60 yards, no more than that. That way you can get comfortable where to grip the club, how far to swing it back, how fast you should swing it. So like with this one, I'm only going 3 feet max, and then I'm going really soft. Real gentle putts, just trying to see the line end over end, just to make sure that it's responding the way I want it to respond. So 21 days is typically what it takes to get used to a new habit. Now, it'll take another 3 weeks on top of that to begin getting comfortable with it. The first 21 days is, getting the feel for it, being uncomfortable. Then it's another 21 days of getting comfortable with it, and then it's another 21 days to begin dialing it in, and then finally another 21 days after that to really polish it and feel great with it. So I shot 82, I think, the other day with this putter. I think I had 3 putts, and that's the way it is. I'm not worried about it just because I know that I was going to have a bad day. And I had a fight or flight moment where I was like, maybe I'm going to go back to my old putter. No, just stick with it. Stick with it. Don't worry about it. Stick with it because you never know if it's the right one for you, and very likely because this one fits me better, it is a better putter. I know that it's a better putter for me. I just have to get past that, that really uncomfortable time where I might be 3-putting because I'm not used to the speed. There's not a lot of confidence in the putter, right? And I'm talking about, this is whatever gear we're talking about. It doesn't have to be necessarily the putter. It could be a driver or whatever. Now, you do have to keep in mind that some things are not going to fit you, right? The club chooses you. You don't choose the club. The club definitely chooses you. So, some gear is just not going to be made for you no matter what. If you've got a really fast swing speed, then it's very likely that you shouldn't be using a really floppy shaft on your driver because it's going to lag behind you, and you're not going to be able to, your hands are going to be too fast for the shaft. If a putter's too long for you, then it's not a good thing, right? If it's too short for you and you're not able to practice because you're hunched over all the time, that's also not a good thing. This one happens to be a little bit shorter, and so I do have to hunch over a little bit more, and it requires my practice a little bit more. It requires a little bit more strain on my back. I've noticed that. I noticed that in the last couple of days. But it's just something I'm going to have to get used to because the look of it and the feel of it is better. So, it's just a feeling out process. You have to go through that, and you're going to go through that fight or flight period where you have to decide, okay, should I stay in it and fight, or should I just run back to my old habits? The only way to innovate is to innovate. The only way to get better is to innovate. You've got to try new things. And so I know that this putter is better for me. I just have to get past the uncomfortable period which is not going to last very long. I know it's not. I was hitting some big putts too with the other putter. I had just gotten comfortable with it because I had about a month and a week with it. So I was just starting to get really comfortable with it, and then I decided to try this one, which is kind of dumb considering I have a tournament coming up in like a month. But I think it's worth the risk. One thing I'm messing with this putter is I have got a claw grip, and then I've got the finger down the line grip, and then I just figured out today is gripping it all the way around actually causes the ball to spin end over end without me having to think about it. You know, and that's part of innovation is trying new things. I was pulling the other putter. That's why I decided to try this one, because I was pulling my putts. And with this one, the pulls kind of stopped happening. Now I'm actually putting the ball end over end, and or pushing it a little bit, which is something that I haven't had with the putter in a long time, and I'm actually happy with it. So that's a great thing. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up and putt for a little bit. Focus on putting here. Just going real slow, trying to get the feel for it. You know, the more putts you hit with something, the more reps you get in with something, the more comfortable you become. So just take your time, do a lot of reps, a lot of small reps. The sooner you get the reps out of the way, the more comfortable you're going to be over time. Then you've got to put it into the game. You've got to put it under duress for a good 5 to 12 rounds, I would say. You know, with competitors that are at your level or better, you've got to put it under duress. You have to put your clubs under duress. Because you don't know how they're going to survive, how they're going to perform when you're in stressed out situations. So you got to keep that in mind. You have to put your gear, you have to put pressure on your game with the new gear. God damn it. I'm really missing a lot right there. Talking too much. I'm not focusing on practicing here. End over end, there it is. Just seeing that roll end over end is really important. There it is. It's beautiful. I'm seeing an end over end with this putter that I wasn't seeing with the old putter, and I really like that a lot. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's perfectly end over end. I'm missing it, but the ball is rolling perfectly. It's just a matter of time before it begins to pay dividends. I like that. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit closer because I'm not really hitting a lot of putts. So let's get a little bit closer to the pin. And just focus on hitting my target. Fuck. Oh, I know what it was. I got it. Yeah, there we go. I got it now. It's just a checklist of All right, my friends, that's it.